Hello. Hello, guys. Good evening in Australia. And is that morning in London, right? Good morning in London. And we're back today, I think, because you missed us so much and because we have a very special message to share with you. It is all about emotions and how we feel, and all about the power that the emotions are having on us. So, we're speaking about how to get the power back and get on top of the emotions by knowing some special tips for the emotional mastery. And today we have a special guest from London, Dawn. And please let me welcome Dawn to the stage. Hi, Dawn, how are you?
Hey, thank you. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you so much for your time and your willingness to share your wisdom and your heart with us. Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself? What are you doing? What is your mission? In this space.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Don, based in London, and I'm a fitness coach. I help people get the physique that they really, really, truly want. And I've been in personal development for, I say, a good couple of years. I say maybe 8, 9 years when I was woken up by a particular thing. But I believe that is all starts from the body. For me, it started about getting out of my head and getting into my body. And so that's why I do fitness coaching and health coaching. So, yeah.
That is so great. And um, I was wondering, just because you seem to be like such a strong, focused, determined man, I was wondering if you would have a specific definition for a emotional mastery. What does that mean to you specifically?
Emotional mastery is, I believe, being in control of you. So imagine, I like to use this analogy where we're all in a video game. I'm actually, I've come from a video game background. I used to be a video game developer. So
Were
I
you
like
the
to think of
champion?
life. Was I a champion? Well, I used to make them. So yeah,
Oh,
I've
you used to
always been.
play. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But I like to think of it as life as like a video game where
right,
you're the player. You can be the player or the character in this virtual world.
right.
And having emotional mastery is having the controller being the player rather than just being in the character in this life.
Wow.
Because most people, they go through life where they just feels like they're being controlled, or they just feel
Mhm.
like they don't have control of themselves. They're just the character inside the video game. But I like to think of emotional mastery as being the player. So having control of yourself, having control of your body, of your emotions, and the direction you will take your life. So that's what I believe emotional mastery is all about.
That is such a great analogy and very dynamic and powerful. And the way you described it, I really like this analogy. I may use it because it just explains so easily, right? And makes everything clear. Thank you for that. It's like an insight. And would you have like main reasons for you? Why did you need emotional mastery in your life? Maybe a couple of reasons, 2, 3 reasons. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, so for me, I guess if I go back to when I was kind of woken up, it was by uh, this guy called Elliot Holtz. He had YouTube videos online and he talked about strength and fitness. And he also talked about the matrix and how it's kind of similar to the video game analogy. We're all in this society, this world where we're kind of being controlled and stuff. And so for me, the first thing is that I wanted to take back control of this body, this character that I have. Because if I don't, then I'm just going to be influenced by the people around me, society, everything, you know. So I wanted to have control. The second thing is that I wanted goals and I wanted to achieve goals.
Okay.
And
You had
there are things
specific
that I wanted to,
goals? Did you have specific goals?
at the time, I thought that I wanted to just be, a game developer. I wanted to work for this really big company out in Japan. That was kind of my goal. That's what I thought. But as things changed, as I started to become more aware of this kind of having a full-time job and just being capped and just not feeling fulfilled, it just kind of made me feel empty for some reason. And
Right.
from that moment, I just thought, I have to do my own thing. I have to take control. So this is why I kind of from there gone onto the entrepreneurial route where at least if I'm serving other people, I'm in control of my own, let's say, freedom in a way,
Right.
but also I'm helping other people at the same time. So yeah, and also I believe it's about self-actualization as well. You know, we all put on this planet, I believe, to serve a purpose.
Right.
And I believe it's our duty to really reach our full potential. And that's what I want to do. And I want to help other people do the same. So, yeah.
That's brilliant. And I like your expression because your body speaks even more than your face speaks. You're so full of energy and vitality. And I think it's because you're feeling fulfilled and you're following your purpose and you're on a mission, which is brilliant. Thank you. What tips can you share with our audience in order to teach them how to master their emotions, how to get into this emotional power and not let them control the life and actions?
So there are many ways you can start. I think for me, what's made a big difference is routines. So I like to do a morning routine where I'm doing visualization, doing affirmations. I'm journaling as well, and I'm taking supplements, and I have a routine that I stick to. And the reason why I do that is imagine, for example, you brushing your teeth, right?
Right.
If you stop brushing your teeth, then what's going to happen? It's going to start to rot faster, right? But if you have to, right? But you have
to. Like they're already rotting, but then they're doing it faster, right?
Exactly. And it's the same with your mind and your body. You have to keep up with routine. You don't stop. You don't stop brushing the teeth, right? So you can't stop with these kind of routines. And so having a really solid morning routine, evening routine is great to get your day started in the right way. So affirmations, journaling as well, recommend.
So do you have the same morning and the same evening routine, or they are different? Do they differ?
It's slightly different. So with the evening routine, I more just journal what I do. I do stretches, and I kind of just detox my mind from what's happened throughout the day. Because I find that if you go to sleep with things in your mind, then it can be very hard to get restful sleep. So that's why I like to journal, just jot my thoughts down. So yeah, and then there's other things as well. I'd say trying to detach from situations. There's this good analogy where one of my mentors shared this with me, is that an event is just an event. For example, imagine you're walking towards the train and somebody steps on your foot. You could either react in a way where you're like, hey, what the hell are you doing? How are you stepping on my foot? Or you can accept it and let it go. But either way, it's the same event. Someone stepped on your foot. But how you react to it, it determines the outcome, right? You can either make it a big thing or not a big thing, right? So that, I believe, is kind of emotional mastery, where you can step back from the event and say, okay, you choose how to react, choose how to respond. And it's the same thing in everything in life, So yeah, that's what I would suggest.
Cool. So basically journaling, doing exercises, and being in control of the choices, in particular, consciously choosing the emotion to feel whatever the event is, because it is doable, right? So is it like a muscle? Because a lot of people are given this analogy, like brain is like a muscle. You exercise it like you would exercise a muscle in the gym. So you do it once, twice, and then it just follows the program. Cool, great. And I think it is working, because look at you, you're full of vibration and vitality. That is amazing. And how did you personally benefit from having control over your emotions or staying in your emotional power?
I guess I feel in a way more in control of myself. I feel more grounded as well. I don't know if you've experienced this before, where you just get up on one side of the bed and you just feel like, oh, I have to do this, and this. and you're kind of letting the day just run away from you, and you're like, all of a sudden it's nighttime, you're like, what the hell just happened, you know? That used to happen quite a lot, where I'm just kind of busy being busy and just not being present. So having more emotional mastery has allowed me to be more present, allowed me to be more in control of my day, of my life. And I feel a lot more healthier for it, physically, mentally as well, more energy as well. And yeah, I think just working on yourself, it really does. It is a muscle, as you say. It's pretty much a muscle that you need to work on. But down the line, you reap the benefits in so many different ways in terms of your health, you know, wealth, relationships. You know, you're much more present in this moment right now. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm happy you got that. Can you imagine, like, there's so many people out there who just don't know the full power and capacity of the brain and their own power. So I'm glad that you got it all together. And Don, what inspires you in life? What pushes you ahead?
What inspires me in life is, it's for me wanting to wake other people up from the matrix that they're living in, you know? Because I can only imagine if I wasn't woken up by my mentor, where I would be. I would have no idea what I'd be doing, whether I'd still be on this planet right now, to be honest. Because at the time I was going through, I wasn't diagnosed with depression, but I was really in a low place. Wondering, why did I spend all of these years, the 20 plus years, studying for something and doing something that I thought was what I wanted, but then being woken up and say, no, I'm not fulfilled. I'm not happy. Why am I not happy? And unless I was not woken up from the matrix, I don't know where I'd be. And so my mission, I guess, in a way, is to help people, is to wake them up from the matrix.
And it
maybe
pushes you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that inspires me to, you know, to share this message as well, and to do the things that I do in terms of fitness and everything. So
it's funny the choice of words that you're using, because I'm thinking to myself, I would have never used the word matrix, but it is perfectly explaining what you're talking about. And because you've been to the video games industry, so you probably speak a little bit more technical. Yeah, like, wow, awake
much logical, yeah.
From being in that matrix. That's a beautiful mission. And what is your wish to the audience today, Don? What would you like to tell them?
My wish to anyone watching is that this is your life, and you may right now feel that you have to do certain things because people tell you to do it, because friends or family, society is telling you to do these kind of things. But deep down, you really know what you really want. And it's really connecting with that, connecting with your heart. And, you know, just not accepting, just accepting where you are. You know, if you really want to quit your job, if you really want to live that life, if you really want to travel, you can. This is your life. You can do it. And don't let anybody say you can't do it. Don't let anybody say you're not good enough. Don't let anybody say anything like that, because they're just having their fears. They have their issues. So just love them, but then do your own thing, because our time is limited here. We're all going to die. So make the most of your life, because the graveyard, as they say, is the richest place on this planet, because so many people die with all the great inventions and ideas that we could have had. So don't die without sharing your message, and let's make the world a better place.
I can clearly see, Don, how you are a vital representation of a person who lives not from the head entirely, but mostly from the heart. Like, you have a very, very good connection between your head and the heart, and you can feel it. And you vibrate on a different frequency. I like that. I like that. And it was a pleasant talk, and thank you for your sharing of your vision and the choice of words, your analogies. And I'm sure that a a lot of people from our audience will resonate with them, especially with the analogies, right? In this world of computers and different matrix and different systems that we may run or be exposed to, or they can be imposed on us. Definitely, this will resonate, and the tips are amazing, and it brings the awareness back that we are in control, even though it does seem to be difficult to actually reprogram your mind and make it move the other way, but it is possible. Just keep pushing. I love
Absolutely.
the interview today, and thank you so much, Don, and stay in touch. People need to
Absolutely.
thank you for being out there making this world a beautiful place. And
Thank you
I'll
so
talk
much.
to you later.
Yeah, great.
Thank
Speak
you.
soon. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.